Today I just wanted to share with you a short little hip opening practice. I just got back from a run and I noticed my hips are quite sore, and I think everyone can use just some hip opening because we keep a lot of stuff in our hips, and it's nice to get that release. It can release some emotions, some thoughts, some feelings you might have kept deep down. So if you're feeling, if anything comes up, just let it be. Just remember to breathe through the moves. That's the key. Use your breath to keep pushing on through. And if you ever feel uncomfortable in a pose, you can always modify using blocks or pillows or blankets, whatever you need. It's your body. Just listen to what it has to tell you. And yeah, let's get started. We're gonna start off in a seated cross-legged position. Move your fleshy part of your butt out of the way to get your sit bones on the ground. Extend your arms and just start taking in some deep breaths in and out through the nose. Become aware of your body and how it feels today on this rainy morning. Deep inhales and exhales through the stomach. Feel the stomach expand with every inhale and then contract with every exhale. Becoming grounded in the present moment. Bring your hands to your heart and set an intention for today. Maybe it's to release anything, any pent up feelings or emotions you've kept. Maybe it's just to stay present and notice what your body notices, how your body feels as it flows through each pose. And then on your next inhale, rise your hands up towards the ceiling, shoulders down and back, reaching your palms towards the back of the room. Inhale, lifting up through your chest. You might want to create a little bit of a back bend through your upper back just to shine your chest forward. Inhale and exhale. Drop your right hand to your left knee, left hand to the back. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twisting deeper, finding a nice twist. My words are eluding me today. Remember to breathe in your twist through your stomach. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, other side, left arm, right knee. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twisting deeper. With each inhale, lengthening. With each exhale, twisting a little bit further. The way I like to think of twist as like a sponge, like you're wringing out all the toxins, all the bad gunk in your organs. And exhale and inhale, come up. Maybe interlace your hands, stretching up tall, lengthening through your spine. Lean over to the right, looking at your left armpit. Breathing into the spaces between your ribs. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, lean to the left. Look up at your right armpit. Stretching that side, creating space. Inhale, back up. Exhale, maybe shake your hands out a little bit. And inhale and exhale, slowly come forward with a flat back and place your hands wherever they land, keeping your back flat. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, maybe walk your hands a little bit further, really feeling that stretch in your low back and in your hip flexors. Maybe bring your forehead down. Try to keep both sit bones to the floor. Inhale, walk your hands back up. Uncross your feet and come to a hands and knees position. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Flattening your feet towards the mat. Inhale, drop your tailbone, scoop up. Cow lift. Exhale, tucking in, squeezing in through your shoulder blades. Coming into your cat tuck. Inhale, dropping it and lifting, shining your heart forward. Exhale, using your navel, you're sucking in to pull you into cat tuck. Inhale, starting to awaken your spine a little bit. And exhale. Maybe rock back and forth, side to side. And exhale. Now holding here in your cat lift. Really squeezing between your shoulder blades. Now we're going to go through a little bit of a breath of fire. If you don't know what that is, basically you're going to inhale and then exhale forcefully as fast as you can. So it'll look like this. Okay, got it? So keeping your shoulders lifted, inhale and exhale forcefully. Drawing your navel to your spine each time. And then hold, staying lifted. Inhale and exhale, come back to neutral. If you would like, you can take your knees out and drop it back into a child's pose. Then inhale, press back up. Curl your toes under, lifting your hips for your first down dog. My shirt keeps going into my nose, so I apologize if you can't hear me. Pressing those heels towards the floor, towards the mat. Pressing into all four corners of your hands, spreading out your fingertips as wide as they can go. And really press into your thumb and forefinger, the webbing between them, to relieve any pressure on your wrists. And you're going to want to roll your biceps outward, so you're really getting that pressing action through your shoulder blades, the space between your shoulder blades. Breathing here, maybe pedaling it out some. Feeling that nice stretch on your calves and your hamstrings. Then inhale, lifting your right leg up, keeping your left foot pressed into the mat. Lifting your right leg high, hips squared. Try to keep your weight evenly distributed between both hands. Press, press, press. You should really feel it in the back of your left hamstring. Inhale and exhale, release. Inhale, lift your left leg up, pressing through the heel of your right foot. Lifting it up high, keeping your hips squared. Inhale and exhale, release. Pedal it out. Then look to the front of your mat and beyond. Bend your knees, step or hop up to the front. Coming into your forward fold. Let your head hang here. Step your feet about hips distance apart. Grabbing opposite shoulders. Maybe you want to sway side to side. Nodding your head yes or no. Now, uncross your hands and your arms, and you're going to cross your hands like a little cup. You're going to place your hands on the back of your neck
And just let gravity pull your neck down. You should feel a nice stretch in the back of your neck. Lean forward slightly. Breathing here. And then release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees and rise up. Hands to the ceiling, maybe add a little bit of a back bend. Hands to heart center. It's hard for me to extend my arms because I got this wall in the way. Not the optimal positioning, but we'll work with it. Finding your Tadasana mountain pose, so really root through all four corners of your feet, lift your toes, then place them one by one. Strong and lifted through the heart, shining your energy forward. Feeling the connection you have to the earth. Feeling that manifesting and liberating current rising, coming in through the crown of your head, rising up through your tail, and then meeting in your heart. Breathe in, and the energy rises. Breathe out, and the energy falls. And then on an inhale, sweep your arms up and over your head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back to a plank. You can go through a knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift your torso up into a cobra. Pressing the tops of your feet into the mat. Making sure not to crunch your lower back. So if you need to go lower, that's always okay. Exhale and inhale. Press up, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Bring it forwards, coming into a low lunge. Bring your left knee down. Making sure your knee isn't over your ankle. It should be at a 90-degree angle. Okay. Breathing in here, trying to square off your hips, so pulling your right leg in, pushing your left leg down, really sinking those hips down. Inhale, maybe lift up. Breathe here. I really feel it in my hip here. I kind of messed it up today. Inhale. Exhale, frame your foot, straighten your right knee, pulling it into your socket as you push your left hip forward. Maybe point and flex the right toe, rotating the ankle. Breathing here. Inhale, come forward, and exhale, pull it back. Moving through here a couple more times. Inhaling on forward, exhale, going back. Next time you come forward, tuck your back toes, lifting that back knee. Rise your hands up into a high lunge. Inhale and exhale, step your back foot forward, coming into Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, straighten, fold your legs. Straighten your legs, fold your arms. I'm so sorry, I do not know how to speak today. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back to plank. You can either go knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift that left leg up. Bring it forward between your hands, grounding your right knee, keeping your knee in line with your ankle. Maybe you want to step your back foot back more to get more of a stretch and sink those hips down low. Breathing here. Maybe inhale, sweep your arms up, keeping your hips down. Inhale and exhale, frame that front foot, straighten your left knee, pulling it into your left hip socket, pushing your right hip forward, folding over. Breathing here. Inhale, bend your knee, come forward. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, forward. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, forward. Just moving with your breath. And then when you come forward, tuck in your toes, lifting up, high lunge. Inhale and exhale, come to Utkatasana, chair pose. Straighten the legs, rise up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Breathing here and already feeling more open in your hips. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Uttasana. What was I saying there? Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Go through chaturanga. Or just go straight to down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bring it forward. Now you're going to ground your back heel and rise your hands straight up, hips facing the front of your mat. Come to warrior one. Now you might want to step your back leg a little further back if you can, but if that's not doable, then keep it closer, because you want to make sure your heel is still able to be grounded. And the most important thing is that your hips are in line with the front edge of the mat. Inhaling here, and exhale, straighten your front leg. Take your hands, take your back foot a little bit closer first, and take your hands either clasping opposite elbows, or you can do reverse namaste. Bring your hands to reverse prayer. Inhale, give a little back bend. Exhale, come to a flat back, folding over that front leg. Sending your right hip back, your right leg back, sending your front hip forward. Oh my God, your left hip forward. I'm so sorry. It's too early for me or something. Breathing here. Really pressing through that front toe of your right foot. So your big toe. That'll keep you more balanced. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, stepping your back foot forward to meet your front. Release your hands, coming back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop to plank. Go through a flow. Or just go straight to down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Bring it 3/4 of a leg length back, grounding your back heel. Rising up to warrior one. Hips squared. Knee in line with your ankle. Keeping your tailbone tucked so you don't get that lombardosis, I think, is when your spine's going all like, oh, look at my butt. You want to keep it tucked in, which is something I struggle with because I have a hyper flexible low back. a lot of us girls do. So just be aware of that and really try to tuck in your pelvis. Then straighten your front leg. Maybe step your right leg a little bit closer. Grabbing opposite elbows or reverse namaste, whichever you choose. Inhale, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, try not to fall over as you lower. And pulling your left hip into its socket, sending your right hip forward. You should feel it a little bit behind your knee, in your calf and hamstrings. Breathing here. Then inhale, rise up, bending that front foot, stepping your back leg to meet the front. Come to Tadasana. Breathe here, focusing on that breath, finding your intention. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back, either to down dog or just go through a flow. Stay here in down dog for a couple of breaths, pedaling it out. Then inhale, lift that right leg. You're going to stack it, so you're going to open up your right hip and stack it over your left in a way. Maybe you want to bend that knee, really opening up that hip. Keeping the weight evenly distributed between both hands. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift your left leg, stacking that left hip, opening it up to the side. Maybe bending your knee. And exhale, drop it back. Breathing here. Inhale, lift that right leg. Bring it to the outer edge of your mat. So both hands are in between, or on the inside of that foot. Drop your knee down, coming into a lizard. Inhale and exhale. Maybe come down to your elbows. Really feeling that stretch in your hip. Maybe you want to press the flesh away to get deeper. But just breathe here. You can lift your back toes up, lifting your knee off the ground to feel a little bit of a deeper stretch there. And then inhale, straighten your arms. Slowly you're going to lift your back knee up and step your right leg to meet your left in a plank. Then push it back to down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Bring it to the outer edge of your mat. Placing that right knee down on the mat. Making sure your left knee is in line with your ankle, not going over. It should just be tracking it. Inhale and exhale, come down to your elbows. Feeling the stretch in that hip. Maybe you want to curl your right toes and lift that leg up to feel a deeper stretch. But just breathe. If it's uncomfortable, just breathe through it. Of course, you don't want to push yourself too hard. That wouldn't be good. It should just be slightly uncomfortable. And just focus on your breath. Whenever you get lost, come back to your breathing. Inhale, curl your back toes under, straighten your legs, step it back to plank. Holding here. Inhale and exhale, chaturanga. Sweep it forward, upward facing dog. Then drop your hips down, come to your belly. And you're gonna lift both of your legs up. And if you can, try to grab your toes with your hands. Inhale, you're gonna press your hips into the mat, lifting your chest up. Inhale up, lifting your knees off the mat, coming into a wheel. Or no, this isn't wheel. I don't know what this is. Rocking horse. Maybe you want to rock like a rocking horse. Inhale and exhale, drop it down. Windshield wiper your feet side to side. And then pause here. Coming forward, bring your hands in front of your face. You're gonna inhale. On an inhale, you're gonna lift your hands off the mat, lifting your chest up. So inhale up. And exhale down. On your next inhale, you're going to lift your legs off the mat, keeping your chest down. Inhale, legs up. Tailbone should still be pressing into the mat. Try to straighten your legs as much as you can. And exhale down. Now on your next inhale, you're going to lift both your chest and your legs up towards the sky, coming into your locust pose. So inhale up. You could keep your hands by your side in cactus, maybe send them back, whatever's best for you. Breathing here. And exhale down, press it back into child's pose. Then inhale, you're going to come to a tabletop position. Inhale, lift your right arm up towards the sky, twisting your hips up. Exhale, threading your right arm through the gap of your left. Maybe sending your left arm to the small of your back, getting a nice shoulder stretch. Inhale and exhale, release. Inhale, lift your left arm up, thread it through your right arm. Maybe bring your right arm to the small of your back. Breathing here. Feeling the stretch in your shoulder. Inhale and exhale, come back to a tabletop position, lifting your feet, your knees off the mat into downward dog. Now lift your right leg. You're going to bring your right knee to the outer edge of your mat, coming into a pigeon pose. Now what you want to do in pigeon is try to get this leg as parallel as you can to the front edge of your mat. So you want it at this type of angle. Now, is that going to happen? Probably not. It helps if you put a block under your right hip, and go ahead and do so. Inhale. Bring your hands back slightly, lifting your chest. And if you can, bend your left knee and grab that left toe, pulling and feeling a nice stretch in your quads. Breathing here. If you want to get real fancy with it, bring that foot to your elbow crease. Maybe grab your left hand with your right, lifting up. And then release. Inhale and exhale. Slowly start to walk your hands forward. Sinking your hips low. Coming to your pigeon. Really breathing here. This leg is always the hardest for me. But just breathe through it. Imagine there's a ball of energy swirling around in your hip. Make it be whatever color you like. And just send your breath there. Using your breath to unlock any energy that you don't need in your life anymore. Anything you stored there that no longer serves a purpose or only serves to harm you. If you want, you can walk your hands to the left for a deeper stretch. Staying here a couple more breaths. Then inhale. Walk your hands back up and slowly lift your body up. Tuck your left toes under and step it back to down dog. You can pedal it out here. Man, that felt good. Well, not really, it kind of hurt, but now it feels pretty nice. Just feel the difference between each side. Do you feel more open? Do you feel a release? Then when you're ready, inhale, lift your left leg up. Bring that knee to the outer edge of your mat. Trying to get the leg as parallel to the front edge of your mat as you can. Maybe putting a block under your left hip. Inhale, sit up tall. Shine your heart forward. Maybe bend your back knee. Grab your back foot and feel that quad stretch. Pulling it in towards your butt. Quad stretches are good, especially if you do a lot of running or squats or any type of physical activity. It helps to release them because it's pretty hard to stretch your quads on your own. Maybe you want to go for the fancy little twist spine by bringing your elbow crease, your foot to your elbow crease and grabbing your hands and lifting up. And then exhale, release it down. Straighten out your hips. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Begin to walk your hands forward. Finding your pigeon. Noticing any differences you feel between this side and the other side. Still imagining that ball of energy swirling there in your hips. And it swirls with each breath you take. And using that energy to unlock any unnecessary blockages, any unnecessary feelings or emotions that no longer serve you. With each breath, let them go. Let your body sink deeper. Let your mind go deeper. and just feel. This is your experience. Maybe walk your hands a little bit to the right to get a deeper stretch on your side body, on your hip. Staying here a few more breaths. And walk your hands back up slowly, tucking your left foot under, lifting up, coming into your downward dog, maybe pedal it out. Then here, you're gonna find your way to a seated position. So if you want to be fancy and do a little cross jump thing, then do that. Or just kind of hobble on down, whatever works for you. No judgment here. Bring your feet to the front of the mat, straight out in front of you, and find your staff pose. So moving the flesh out of your butt, really connecting. Maybe you want to press your hands into the mat and lift your heart forward. Flexing your feet, feeling strong, tucking in your navel, using your core to lift you. And then as you exhale, you're going to walk your hands with a flat back towards your feet. And stop when you come to the first point of resistance. Breathe here. And then walk your hands further, maybe. Maybe begin to round your lower back a little bit. If you can, grab your toes, your feet, crossing your elbows, or not your elbows, grabbing your wrist, pulling deeper. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, folding deeper. Inhale, walk your hands back up, bending your right knee. Inhale, you want to place your right knee about a hand's width apart from your left leg. And then inhale. And exhale, folding forward, trying to reach for that left leg. Maybe pulling into it, really feeling it in that right low back. If you want to, wrap your right arm around your right knee, taking a bind, wrapping your left hand around your body. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, twisting deeper. Massaging the organs. And exhale, round your back and come out. Grab your right foot. You're going to put it in your crease of your left arm and rock it like a baby. Sitting up tall. Rocking it back and forth. Maybe take your right arm and press that knee out as you pull in from the foot with your left arm. Feeling a stretch in your hip. Now place your right leg outside your left, keeping either your legs straight, or if you can, bend your left knee, keeping both sit bones on the mat. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, bring your left arm to the outer edge of your right. Pressing back into a twist. Gazing over your right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Breathing through your stomach, massaging those organs. can, take your left arm into the hole of your right leg and try to grab your left hand with your right and find a bind here. And then release. Twist to the other side. Now we're going to come into a cow face. So you're going to come forward onto your knees, keeping your legs crossed. Find your knees so they're stacked on top of each other. And you can still sit your hip bones down. It's probably easier if I turn to the front for this. So your knees are stacked on top of each other. Your right knee on top, left knee on the bottom. Inhale, maybe grab your feet. If you can, exhale, lower slightly. Feeling it in your hips. And just breathe here. Imagining that orb of energy, unlocking the tension, allowing yourself to feel what it's like to release. Then inhale, walk your hands up, uncross your legs, bring them out in front of you, pat them out. Then inhale, bring your left knee about a hand's width apart from your right leg. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, folding forward, maybe grabbing your right toes. Sitting up tall, and exhale, folding deeper. Feeling it in your left hip. Maybe cross your left arm around that leg, reaching for that left hand, twisting, sitting up tall. And exhale, release. Grabbing that right foot like it's a baby. And swinging it side to side, rocking it back and forth. And then pressing on your left knee with your left hand, pulling in with your to your chest with your right hand. Inhale, sit up tall. Then exhale, place your left foot over your right. Keep your legs straight or bending your right knee, making sure both sit bones are still on the mat. Inhale and exhale, bring your right arm over your left knee, coming into a twist. Breathing here. Inhale and exhale, twist to the other side. Now lean forward a little bit, stacking both knees on top of each other, finding your cow face. Both hip bones should be on the mat. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, slowly coming forward, keeping your hips on the mat. And breathe into it. Focusing on that energy of that breath, using it to unlock any unnecessary feelings, to unlock any feelings, and just allow yourself to feel them. Allow yourself to feel them, and then with each breath, breathe them on their way. Not getting too hung up on one thought, one feeling, or another.
learning to let go, to go deeper. It's something we all struggle with, allowing ourselves to go deeper and feel how our body feels, feel things that we have pushed to the side, kept locked up in our hips. And it's okay to cry, if that's what it takes to release, then go ahead. Inhale, walk your hands up. Slowly uncross your feet, shaking them out. Now open your feet to the side, like you're coming into a little split in a V shape. Inhale, arms to a T. You're gonna reach your left arm to touch your right toe, crossing your right arm across your body. So inhale, you should feel the stretch in your side body. And exhale, come back to center. Inhale, right arm, left foot. Exhale, center. Inhale and exhale, going side to side, moving with your breath. Then inhale, come back to a T, bend your right foot, bring it to the inner thigh of your left leg. Inhale, arms to a T, cross your left arm across your body, sweeping your right arm up. You should feel a deep stretch in your side body. It's okay if you can't grab your feet. I can barely. Just breathe here, opening up through your ribs, breathing into your side body, feeling the release and the opening for new days to come, creating space for new memories. Inhale and exhale, come back up. Straighten your right foot, bend your left knee and bring it to the inner thigh of your right leg. Inhale, arms to a T, send your left arm to your right foot. Maybe grabbing a hold of the toes to pull deeper. Really feeling it in your hip, in your ribs. Breathing into the expansion. Opening up your body. Inviting in new energy. Shining your chest up towards the sky. And then inhale and exhale, come back up, straighten your left leg. Both legs out in a V shape. Moving the flesh out from your butt. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, walking your hands forward with a flat back, keeping your feet flexed. Coming to your elbows, or maybe, if you can, come deeper, forehead to the mat. Breathing into your inner thighs, to your groin. And releasing any energy. It's all about release. We can only hold on to so much in this life, and we always are constantly getting bombarded with new things, and we like to shove them in, but there's not enough space, so you have to learn to release, or else it'll overflow. And when that happens, it's when we have breakdowns. And I can tell you from experience, that's not fun. So you have to learn to breathe and release. Inhale, walk your hands back up
take your knees in and find yourself in a seated position. My mat's still in its little spinning stage. I don't know why it's not working. Alright, extend your legs, finding your boat pose. Holding here, engaging your core, engaging your quads, then slowly lower down onto your back. Bending your knees, bringing them close to your bottom. Pressing your hands into the mat. Inhale, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Finding your bridge. And exhale, dropping it down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Maybe tuck your shoulders under, clasping your hands, lifting your hips up higher. And then exhale, coming down. Bring your legs straight up towards the ceiling. Cross your right ankle over your left knee, threading your hands through that hole, finding your figure four. Using your right elbow to press your right thigh back. Maybe you want to bend your left knee and pull in as you press out with your right hand. So pulling in on your left leg and pressing out on your right. Breathing here. Inhale and exhale, straighten your right leg, crossing your left leg over your right knee, pulling in your right, pressing out through your left. Sometimes your knee may pop, not your knee, but your hip may pop, and that's fine. It's just it opening deeper. Breathing into it. Really pulling and pressing. And then release. Now you can take a happy baby here. So grabbing your feet, pulling them down, knees down towards your side, keeping your tailbone pressed into the mat. If you have space, you can extend one foot or the other. I don't have space. Maybe you want to extend both your legs. I can't do that either. But whatever you want, any final moves. Then straighten your legs. Maybe you want to come into a shoulder stand. Folding back into plow. If you're coming into plow, do not move your head at all, because that's bad for your neck. Maybe taking dead man's pose with your knees to your ears. And then coming back up through your shoulder stand, lowering vertebrae by vertebrae, dropping it down, keeping your feet lifted, pressing slowly down, and drop your feet to the mat. And you can stay in Shavasana with your legs extended, or bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees widen. Finding your Shavasana, easing into your practice. Maybe feeling more open. More at peace. And ready to take on the new. allow those thoughts to come. Because we did lots of hip openings, so those thoughts will come. Those emotions you suppress. And like I've been saying, just let them come. Acknowledge they're there. And breathe them on. Because you no longer need them. They no longer serve you anything but pain. And I think a lot of us have had enough pain. It's time to move on. Using your breath as the vehicle. A vehicle for movement and for change. Because the breath is what brings the oxygen to your blood. So it circulates the flow of oxygen along with your heart. So it's powerful for renewing the old blood cells, renewing any negative feelings. Stay here as long as you like, and if you're ready to close out your practice, wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe taking one last stretch, pulling your feet slowly together if you were in the knees out version, rocking your hips side to side, knees to your chest, then roll over to one side, finding a fetal position, reconnecting to the earth, to your mother, your source, going with the old and out with the new. Gone with the old and out with the new. No, gone with the old and in with the new. Using your hands to press yourself up to a seated position with your eyes still closed, hands outstretched. Breathing in. Exhale, sighing it out. Release. Last time. Release. Bring your hands to your heart. Then to your third eye. Thank you all for joining me on this crazy session today of me not being able to talk. I appreciate you guys sticking in with me. Words aren't really my strong suit, but blessings to all of you. Hopefully you got something out of this nice little hip opening routine. I know I did.